Hello, my name is Lisa and I have a huge Stitch Fix box to open with you today, and I can tell you this one was not easy to come by. It came a little late in the mail and it had a terrible preview. So stay with me. I'm going to tell you how Stitch Fix works and what I did to get out of this terrible preview that I got with this box and to end up with a themed box. If you are returning, thank you so much for returning. I haven't had the phone camera rolling in a little while. I got the winter sickness. I had a cold, I had the flu, I had bronchitis, I almost had pneumonia, and I had a corneal ulcer in my eye. And I'm still getting over it a little bit, but it's been a while and I've got this box and I want to open it for you. So let me tell you the story with this box. So this box started with me wanting to get a particular pair of boots. I was on Stitch Fix Freestyle, which is a part of their app where you can just shop freely. You don't have to get things in a box. And by the way, if you're new here, thank you for joining. And I will put a card summarizing how Stitch Fix works at the end of this video in case I forget to share any of the details with you, but I will try to mention them as I go along. So I saw a pair of boots that looked intriguing to me. I thought they might get me a little bit out of my comfort zone. They were a little bit different and I wasn't sure how I could style them, but I kind of liked them. So I went ahead and pushed the button, get it in a fix, which kicks off you getting a box. So the next thing that happens is they tell you that your box is being styled. And if you're new to Stitch Fix, you can end up getting the same stylist time and time again, which is really a good thing. They kind of get to know you. My stylist happens to be on leave right now. I did have her for quite a long time, almost a year. And the stylist that filled her shoes last time I got a box did a great job. So I was feeling confident that I was going to get a good preview. Nothing in that preview remotely resembled anything you have ever seen me take out of a box on this channel or you've ever seen me wear. I think I took some video, I'll put it up here, some screenshots of some of the items that were in that preview. So I rejected everything in the preview and I'm thinking, am I gonna get the boots? When I was rejecting everything out of that preview, I got a chance to provide feedback. And in my feedback, I said, can I please have Laura back? That was the temporary stylist that I got with my last box while my normal stylist is out of pocket. And I just said it in the nicest way. This preview isn't resonating with me at all. And I like the box I got from Laura last time, so can I have her back? The next thing you know, I get another preview. And this has never happened before either. But she did such an awesome job. I kept everything I could out of that preview. And spoiler alert, it seems to add up to a theme. So let's dive into this box. I already know what's in here, but I'm going to pull it out and see it in person for the first time. I'm going to go over brand names, sizes. So if you've ever watched anyone do a Stitch Fix unboxing, oftentimes they will also show you what they're wearing before they start the unboxing. On my channel, I'll always bring back things that I bought from that retailer or that subscription box, in this case Stitch Fix. And these are jeans I bought on Stitch Fix Freestyle. They're Days denim jeans. And this cute little fringe coat I got on Freestyle. Stitch Fix has been having some amazing sales. Now we're past the Christmas sales, we're past the New Year's sales, and I actually love this time of year because there's still good stuff out there that they're clearing the shelves to try to sell you, and this coat was one of them, and I do believe it is still available. It's Bagatelle. So here is my box, and let me dig in here and pull out the paperwork first. Boxes these days are giving you coupons for Factor. I'm going to get rid of that. That's a meal service. I actually have tried it. It's not too bad. And then they give you a big envelope that you can return everything in. It is USPS. I take mine to a UPS office. And it's amazing. If you don't love anything in your box, you can usually fit it all in this envelope. And then you put a little label on there. Prepaid. So shipping to you is free and shipping back is free. And let's dive right into the notes and make sure that I did get Laura. Yep, it is her. She says, Happy New Year. I had seen you were looking for me or your regular stylist, Belle. Unfortunately, she's still unavailable at this time. I'm sorry that your first preview missed the mark, but happy to see that the pieces in your second one were a better match for you. It's so awesome I got a second preview. If you do Stitch Fix, let me know in the comments if you've ever got a second preview. Very rarely have I rejected everything from a preview because I had such a great thing going with my stylist. So anyway, we'll keep an eye out for a future box. I'm glad you added the brown Mia boots from your Freestyle shop. They'll ground this whole fix beautifully and carry you from now through February. I'm not going to read the rest of her note because it will be a spoiler for what I'm about to bring out of this box. Just amazing prices on this one. So I started Stitch Fix about a year and 3 or 4 months ago, and at that time, if you kept 5, you got a 25% discount. For newer Stitch Fix customers, as I understand it, it is now a 20% discount. But some of the things I'm looking at are priced so well, I think it's still a great deal. These are items that are still at Nordstrom Rack and Nordstrom and kind of hot off the hanger. So I still think it's a great deal. You do pay a $20 deposit or styling fee when you order a box, and it's credited towards anything that you keep. There has been once or twice where I didn't decide to keep anything in my box, and they actually rolled that styling fee over to another box if I agreed to get one right away. So during the time that I was kind of offline and kind of sick, I spent a lot of time watching what's going to be in fashion for 2026, both in magazines, news reports, and on YouTube. And one thing that is a common denominator I heard out of everybody is quiet luxury is on its way out and maximalism is on its way in. And I don't know if it's going to be true maximalism, but it does tell me that I can have more fun with a little bit more flair. So I'm really enjoying wearing these studded jeans with this coat. But I'm going to take the coat off because I'm still getting over my winter illing, and I'm having a little trouble regulating my temperature still. So let's just take that off and get comfortable. I'm just going to dive right into it. The first thing I see is a jewelry box, so that is exciting. I think I've forgotten what's in this jewelry box already. So I remember now, this is a necklace by Marilyn Schiff. Let me see if I can get it out of the bag really quick and show it to you. This is one that I definitely selected on my favorites, and a little piece fell off while I was taking it out here. I see a little bit of printing on the inside. I think it's all intact. This may just be like a spare chain piece that came with it. What I love about it is that it's 18 inches, but as I'm checking it out here, it does feel kind of light and metallic-y, which gives it kind of a cheaper feel. I'm having a hard time finding the right words to describe why it feels a little cheap to me. So we're just going to move on here. You see the boots. Okay, this is a sweater by Market & Spruce, which I believe is one of Stitch Fix in-house brands. And this would be the Mina crew neck cabled sweater in red, size small, $55 before discount. Red is going to be in here for a little while longer. We have Valentine's Day coming up. I live in some very cold weather. I just love the unique cable stitching on this, so I'm going to be excited to pull this out and wear it all the way through February. And we're only at the beginning of January so far. So the next item is Bagatelle, and this is the Bagatelle notch collar button front utility jacket. It's kind of a houndstooth, and it's a small, and this is the most expensive item actually in this box at $119. Let's pull it out and take a look at it. I did mention that I kind of felt like Laura had picked items that assembled sort of a theme with this box. Stitch Fix does allow you to order a themed box. I haven't done that before, but I have seen that on their website. Let me know in the comments if you've ever asked for a theme box out of them. I'm not super into utility jackets, but what I liked about this one when I saw it in the preview is a little bit of the formal look of the houndstooth. And I have to tell you, it's really soft too. The kitty cat back here playing with the paper. Hi. So my kitty cat Gracie, who is wandering on and off camera, she had some mats back here, and so I took her to the vet and they did a medical shaving, and she was so feisty they really couldn't finish her her vet salon treatment off very well. So if you see a cat walk by with a very patchy rear end, this is what's going on. I do have an appointment with her. Finally, I found a good cat groomer. And in the future, you're going to see her running around here with a little lion cut. So that'll be fun. Okay, next up. What I've just grabbed is from 41 Hawthorne, which I think is another Stitch Fix brand, which I've enjoyed. It's called the Tate Verbiage crew neck sweater in white, size small, $59. Let's see what the verbiage is. I already know. Very cute. I'm a sucker for anything with a French caption on it. So I am starting to get over having writings on my sweatshirts. Not really on t-shirts. I still like it on t-shirts. I just really like this one because it's a short sleeve sweater, and I thought it would go really well with this. I think this is really cute. I'm probably not going to wear this without an undershirt underneath it, and what if it gets too hot? I might as well have something cute like this underneath. Next up we have something in green. And it is okay, I dug and found the tag. Spoiler alert, it's a turtleneck, so I wasn't able to easily see the brand here. But the brand is Love Ellie, and it's the Alita turtleneck sweater in dark green, size small, $49. You know, I was doing a Stitch Fix a couple of months ago around Thanksgiving when they started to have some of their big sales. And something in my box had gone on sale since they had printed the price list that they sent me for it. And I contacted them and asked if I could have the sale price. And they were very accommodating. I just thought that was awesome. I just think it's so fun this time of year. This will wind down in a week or two, where the final sales after the holiday season are happening, when they're trying to clear their shelves, but there's still a lot of good things out there. And I really felt like this turtleneck was one of them. So hopefully it will be on sale. I did see if you order today and you use a certain code, you get 10% off. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that with this box, but there's also just things that are on sale. What I really liked about this is I have one green sweater. You all commented on it when I wore it in a video, and I was saying in the video I was going to get rid of it because it was so cropped, and everybody was like, oh, we love that color on you, which I really appreciate all the comments that you make. This one's not overly cropped. That's what I like about it. And I really like the pattern in it. And it's got a nice loose turtleneck. It's still cold enough here in Oregon where I am going to enjoy and appreciate wearing something like that. And definitely it'll be this cold here probably around St. Patty's Day. So I'll be able to wear my green around St. Patty's Day. We still have 3 more things in this box, including the mystery boots. So I mentioned a theme. The theme isn't showing yet. I think the next few things I pull out are going to kind of reveal a theme here. So let's just go for the boots. They are called the Mia Morgan N boot, size 8, $59.97, and I cannot believe they are that inexpensive, to be honest with you. Let's pull them out and have a look. I was attracted to the unusual pattern of the studs. Is there one missing here? Oh, that's such a bummer. Look, there's one missing. Gosh. Well, maybe I'll be able to do an exchange, hopefully. I have done this before with Stitch Fix. You can exchange an item for a different size. You can't exchange it for a different item or a different color, but if it doesn't fit, you can exchange it for a different size if that size is still available. So cross your fingers for me because I'm really liking these boots. I like the higher heel. I love the brown color. Brown is predicted to stay in through 2026, by the way. And I'm tempted to make a video with my hot takes on fashion for 2026. I have some thoughts about it, especially as someone who lost a lot of weight, which is why I started this channel, and didn't want to wear oversized clothes. So I'll go into that some other time. But anyway, browns and pastels is what I've been seeing. So I'm excited about that. And I don't even want to look at the other pair in case they're missing. Okay, so next up we have the Marley Horse crew neck sweater, size small, brown, $59. So imagine this sweater with those boots. How cute is that? I just think this is adorable. I have not embraced the horse theme or even the horse bit theme on shoes. I don't know why. I think if I was going to go for something horse themed, this is just adorable. So I can see wearing this with these boots. I'm excited to see how she says to style everything together. All right, we have one more item, and it is the Liverpool button front cozy boxy jacket in red, $59.97. Again, I think a great price for what it is, and not my normal type of thing. So the horse sweater and this coat and the red sweater feel like a really fun way to style these boots and kind of put into a sort of a country theme. And this is Liverpool, $59 for Liverpool. Look at the vibrant red colors in it. And it's just so soft and not too cropped. So as I pull everything out of this box, after only having seen pictures in the preview, I'm very, very pleased with the size of everything. Let's see how she said to style everything because there's no pants in here. Okay, continuing on with the styling notes, she says, I'm glad you added the brown Mia boots from your freestyle shop. They'll ground this whole fix beautifully and carry you from now through February. For cozy, cool looks with the boots, try the horse sweater from Market and Spruce or the dark green Love Ellie turtleneck with your black Liverpool jeans from your last fix. Oh, okay. So in my last fix, I got some black Liverpool studded jeans, and actually maybe these Days denim ones would just fine as well. Okay, let's try all this on. About the boots, I found another little stud thing missing. It does look like they are somehow pinned in there. And from the inside of the boot, you don't see them because there's lining. So that makes me worry about how these would wear. So I'm not sure. I'm so sad because I really like them and I like the pattern. But I'm going to have to consider carefully. Yeah, look at this one here. So I don't think I'm going to try them on. I'm going to put them back in the bag and get them back to Stitch Fix. Yeah, such a bummer. about those boots. But I think the pants that I'm wearing will still go pretty well. Think maximalist, think fun, and a little bit of a country and horse theme. Okay, I'm starting with a 41 Hawthorne Tate Verbiage crew neck sweater, size small, and it is 80% cotton and 20% rayon. It is really soft. I'm actually wearing one of my Comfeely bras under this, a black bra, and it's not that see-through. Very cute, great size. Love it with this outfit, so this is definitely a keeper. Let's keep going. I am going to try on the Bagatelle, I think they call it a utility jacket, and see how this goes. Houndstooth with studded jeans, I'm not sure. Again, pattern play, quiet luxury on its way out. And I've just learned how to try to start to embrace neutrals because I have never been a quiet luxury person myself. So Bagatelle, notch collar button front utility coat. $119, the most expensive thing in this fix. So my question about this is, would I wear it for casual and for business? And I think that is one thing that I do like about this is I would wear it out for fun, for casual, and I would definitely wear it for business as well. It's okay. I think it's a little bit boxy. Let's keep going and put on the Market and Spruce sweater. Not sure if I should style this with these. Actually, that looks kind of good. I think I'm going to keep these pants on for this whole try on. Okay, Market and Spruce. So this sweater is a size small, and I'll take a quick peek at the fabric here, and I'm just going to unbutton the top and the bottom and pull it over my head. So I'm going to go off camera here for just a moment. Okay, I have it on, and it is 77% polyester, and the rest is acrylic, and it is soft and fuzzy. It's actually shedding on my carpet already. So this is definitely a crop style. I'm going to have to look back at this video to see if I like the way that it looks. It definitely feels good. It feels like it might be the kind of sweater that might not wear very well. If I'm looking at the wrist here, it's just the fuzzies that stick out. I'm not sure. I see they stick out on the collar. So maybe that is the style of it. And would this be one that I would want to wear open? Let's take a quick look. It's definitely a cozy feeling sweater. When I think cozy sweater, I think something that my grandma made, you know, that I'm never going to give away. So I wear it even though it gets a little bit fuzzy. Actually, it looks good this way, I think. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. I do a variety of videos. I normally don't sound this hoarse, no pun intended. I do a variety of fashion hauls all the way from Walmart up to higher end brands like from Front Door Fashion. Let's put this on and see how this looks with this outfit. Okay, I'm back. I'm in the Market and Spruce Marley Horse crew neck sweater, size small, $59. If I got 25% off, that would bring it down to the low 40s. And it is a perfect fit. I'm just loving it. And it is so cute. Gosh, I really like this. So this is definitely a keeper. Would be the first horse themed thing I've ever owned. I think my friends and family are going to ask me, are you getting a horse? Normally that would be a weird question, but at the end of my street is actually a horse hotel. And so quite frequently we see horses going up and down the street in front of us, and it's pretty cool. So now I can wear this sweater out there and wave at them, and maybe they'll wave back at me and let me ride the horse. So let me show you what the back of the sweater looks like, and I just put it over the other sweater that I had on. I'm a weirdo that will wear a sweater over a sweater, but I wanted to show you what it looked like with kind of a white t-shirt underneath it. This would look fantastic with some brown pants and those brown boots, or some black jeans and those brown boots. And if you were riding, you would have on riding pants, so kind of to allude to the horse theme, I think I would wear black skinny jeans and I would wear those brown boots over them. I think that would be very fun to style. Speaking of 2026 trends, don't worry, they are saying skinny jeans are not coming back in, but you've heard me say before, after losing 60 pounds, the first thing I did was go out and buy some skinny jeans. So I am hanging on to mine and I'm waiting for them to come back. Not a popular opinion, I know. Okay, well, this is definitely a keeper. Let's move on to this sweater. So the horse themed Market and Spruce sweater is 50% viscose, 28% polyester, 22% nylon. And when Laura put this in my second preview, I thought, what the heck? And I really didn't think I was gonna like it. And then I realized that she was pairing it with those boots and giving me kind of a theme. And quite frankly, after I got it on, I just love it. In fact, I was just by my front door and I found these boots that I wore this morning. I had to go to an appointment this morning I had to dress kind of formally for, and I wore a sweater dress with these kitten-heeled boots. So yeah, I can see styling these together as well. You don't necessarily have to go full on Western with a sweater like this. So yeah, I'm just in love with it. Okay, I have the green turtleneck on. The turtleneck, I don't know, some people are bothered by it being huggy. It is a teeny bit huggy, but it's not bothering me. And it is the Love Ellie Alita turtleneck sweater, dark green, size small, $49, and I would get a 25% discount. And it is a color and style that I've been looking for. So for me, that feels like a great deal. I have not been out there to the stores too much because I've been under the weather looking for after Christmas sales. So maybe there might have been a better deal out there at the Gap or Old Navy or something like that. But for me, this is gonna fit the bill for me getting a pretty green sweater with nice texture and a nice feel. I like a little bit of the balloon sleeves on it as well. You could definitely style this any number of ways. I would probably not style it to look like a Christmas outfit at all. I would be tempted to put it with white pants, to be honest with you, but I don't know if that's the best route to go with this. I did hear also resoundingly on trends for 2026 that light denim was going to be less popular than dark denim, and dark denim is going to be in spades. And I can see wearing this with some very dark blue jeans would not have a lot of contrast, but kind of have a slick and unexpected look. So I think that's how I'm going to style this. Okay, last up, let me throw this on. I am not going to throw it on over this because that's just going to scream, I'm going to cut down a Christmas tree, and we are past that stage of the year right now. So I'll be right back. Hey, I am in the Liverpool button front cozy boxy jacket, size small, $59.97 for a Liverpool jacket. That's an unbelievable sale. So I went ahead and got out of the Days Denim, studded jeans and into the Liverpool raw cut studded jeans that were sent to me by Laura in my last box. Had a little bit of cat hair on them. I had to pull them out of the laundry basket. At first I'm like, where'd those go? I have been wearing them. In the corner here as I'm talking, I am going to style these again with these jeans as she suggested, so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to need to make a decision here about what to keep, and although I love so much from this box, I'm thinking I might have a little bit of an issue because I want to keep 5 things and get my 25% discount. However, I'm not sure about the boots. So let's inventory everything. Definitely loving this, and I think this is a great deal. A little unexpected for me in the way that I usually dress, but as I've alluded to many times, I do kind of live out in the country, so I might as well embrace the look a little bit. So that's 1. Number 2, definitely keeping this. Number 3, keeping this. Number 4, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this. And then I forgot about the Bonjour shirt. So Bonjour shirt. So that would be 5, which actually gives me some options. I could opt not to keep this and maybe keep this. However, I do feel this looked a little bit too boxy on me. It looks like it's got a shoulder pad in it. This does remind me too, another resounding thing that I'm hearing for style in 2026 is that the oversized blazers from the 90s, that look is going out, and we're gonna revert back to looks from the 80s and think about maximalist and flare again. There was a lot of that in the 80s, but there was also shoulder pads and defined waists. So I'm thinking we're gonna see a lot more shoulder pads coming in here. I'm just not sure about that as much as I just love the idea of it. So I will let you know in the pinned comments what I ended up keeping. Thank you so much for watching. Come back and see me sometime and have a great day.